All right, good evening, everybody. This is Jared Palmgren, host of the Chasing the Natty podcast. You can find our show on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, as well as our very own YouTube channel. Just search up Chasing the Natty. You will find our college fantasy football podcast right over there for your enjoyment. Now, as a college football fan, one of the things I really wanted to bring to you guys this year was some spring game reports, specifically breaking down all of these spring games and what we think are the major takeaways from each and every one of these. And the very first one that we've been able to go to, I personally was able to attend. I was very, very excited about this. Drove over to Atlanta, hopped into the Georgia Tech spring game. Again, it was free, which is always great. But not only was it free, they let people down onto the field. So I was able to get some really, really good footage for you guys on some of the kind of the bigger plays and stuff like that happened during the game. All that footage to the right that you are seeing as this is going was all shot by me. I'm very proud of it. Anyway, let's talk about some of these takeaways from the Georgia Tech spring game. I'm not going to try to make this video too long for you guys. Quarterbacks. Big thing here, a lot of people are wondering, Zach Gibson, Jeff Sims, what's going on here? Well, the thing we've been kind of hearing from camp is that it sounds like this is Jeff Sims' job to lose. He's been the starter at Georgia Tech pretty much since he's earned the job as a freshman. However, there's been a little bit of worry about maybe them bringing in Zach Gibson was a sign that this starting job isn't as locked down as we maybe thought it was. And after watching the spring game, I have kind of come to this conclusion. Sims has this job going into week one. Gibson, to me, as far as I watch, he looked like the better quarterback out there. But I think Jeff Collins has made it very clear that he believes in Sims and is going to put Sims out there until Sims really gives him reason not to go with him. Just throughout the day, I personally just thought Gibson just looked a lot more sure of himself when he was in the pocket. Both of them made great throws all day long. Like I said, you probably see one or two throws over there in the footage. But Gibson, to me, he made plenty of kind of just off throws. Like they're just off, just maybe not the most polished of throws. But only Sims is really making the just like WTF like throws where you're just like, why would you throw that there? Or like, wow, that wasn't even close to the receiver. That's my kind of 2 cents on it. Basically, again, Sims has the job. But I personally think Gibson would give Georgia Tech the better chance to win, but I'm not the coach, so we'll see. Running backs. To me, one of the big takeaways here is that Hassan Hall was the first running back out there with the first team offense along with Jeff Sims. I think that is a huge part. Dante Smith came in for a drive or two whenever Hassan Hall was not with the first team, but really when it seemed like it was down between those two, Hassan Hall was kind of the one that they put out there for most of the drives of the first team offense, which to me just kind of indicates they want to go with a more seasoned back, and it looks like they're going to want to involve him on the ground and through the air as well. So to me, if I'm going to plant a flag on a Georgia Tech running back this year that I might expect them to be using on the ground and through the air, Hassan Hall is my guy. I literally just picked him up in a best ball draft right after this game concluded, because again, I think there's some serious upside there with him finally getting his shot after being buried on the depth chart there at Louisville. Some people are going to ask about Antonio Martin. He was used as well, but again, it didn't seem like he was poised to like make that big jump to get a major role for this upcoming season. I think if you're expecting him to be getting some major touches early on, I don't think that's quite going to happen here, at least not from what we've gotten in this game. Finally, let's talk about some of these pass catchers. To me, just watching, he didn't really do much when the actual game started, but just watching the pre-practices and everything, Malachi Carter still to me seemed like the most impressive receiver out there. Another one that caught my eye was number 5, Kalani Norris was another receiver that kind of caught my eye. I thought he looked like one of the smoothest route runners out there during the practices. One thing I did kind of notice was that Jeff Sims was relying on the tight end Dylan Leonard quite a bit. Again, in a year where tight ends are a little dry for CFF purposes, like maybe again any possible tight ends that might become favorable to some starting quarterbacks, especially if they don't have a ton of pass catching options. Just a little name to tuck in the back of your mind there. Dylan Leonard, tight end out of Georgia Tech. And then a couple other receivers made some pretty good plays. Jamal Haynes caught a absolute dart from Zach Gibbons to score the first touchdown of the spring game. And then freshman DJ Moore scored a touchdown later in the game. Again, another freshman where he's probably poised to earn a bigger role as the season goes on, but I don't expect him to be earning a starting lineup very soon. All right, again, quick video that I just wanted to recap what I saw in the spring game and everything. Again, Georgia Tech, I know, like, probably not the team that a lot of you guys are, like, super, super excited about, but I was able to go out there. I was able to get eyes on these players, and I really feel like that you guys would enjoy this kind of content. Appreciate y'all tuning in and listening. Like I said, make sure you check out all the other content we have here on campus Canton, as well as over there on Chasing the Natty. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all have a blessed day.